Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So I want to be talking today about Aladdin and exactly what this means, because as you guys know, I do like to keep an eye on traditional markets. And so when I'm seeing a partnership of this level come to crypto, you best believe I'm going to be excited about it, and I'm going to be talking exactly about what this means and why I think this is actually it's so underrated. I mean, I know, look, the news came out a while ago, but I wanted to take a bit of time and actually show you exactly what this means. So it is going to be massive. I think this is actually going to completely change crypto as a whole and bring huge amounts of volume. Let me show you exactly why I'm thinking that. Here is the article. As you see, Coinbase partners with BlackRock to create new access points for institutional crypto investing. There are already ways that cryptos can be bought by institutions. This is not, something that we've never seen before. It's not what we're at, but this is going to be massive. So, and there's a few reasons too. There's one, BlackRock, and then there's two, Aladdin, which is absolutely insane. And that's a part of BlackRock. It's actually a product. Anyway, so the news, the headline, here we have it. Coinbase is partnering with BlackRock, which is the world's largest financial asset manager. They have an unbelievable amount of money under management, over $10 trillion, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely insane. So what's going to happen is that Coinbase will offer crypto trading, custody, prime brokerage, and reporting with Coinbase Prime. And this is going to be offered starting with Bitcoin to BlackRock. Okay, the reason why this is such a big deal, guys, is because BlackRock manage everything. They manage everything. They are the largest asset manager in the world. And I'm going to show you later on. So Coinbase Prime is an institutional trading system that provides trading custody, I just mentioned this, for over 300 digital assets. Now, they are only starting with Bitcoin, so that is something to keep in mind. Coinbase Prime is used by over 13,000 people, and the connectivity with Aladdin will allow clients to manage their Bitcoin exposure directly in their existing portfolio management and trading workflows for a whole portfolio view of risk across asset classes. Because right now, guys, crypto is not integrated with the same way that these guys are looking at bonds, or they're looking at, I don't know, stocks, whatever it might be. And, we've always been saying that there's risk on assets and there's risk off assets. Typically, people have a massive portfolio, like a big hedge fund, and then they will say, okay, well, since we're going into a recession, let's rebalance and go into a risk off sentiment, for example. But crypto doesn't fit in there. So these guys are not really paying attention to crypto on a daily basis. This is going to change this. And Aladdin has access to around about, or has its fingers in certain pies, to the tune of $21 trillion, guys. This is unbelievable. So when we see these digital asset fund flows, they get released every single week. I often talk about them, as you know, on the channel. And we can see here, this is where we're going to see a massive change. So through these typical, these are what you can use to invest. If you want to buy some Bitcoin, you'll buy some Ethereum. These guys, or these funds, will allow you to do so. Now, we're all familiar with Grayscale. And then here's the assets, So lots of people getting into Bitcoin last week. This was published on the 1st. So it was the data that kind of finished on the 29th. Keep that in mind. This is old data. It's last week. But the whole point is that we see funds, or, institutions do have a bit of an appetite towards Bitcoin. Total AUM is over 20,000 Bitcoin, especially, in a bear market. That's quite a lot. So we're going to see these numbers shoot up, which is very, very good. That's going to mean more volume for Bitcoin, and obviously more people going long if we are in a bull market, which we're kind of turning into, which I think is crazy. But anyway, who is BlackRock? Who are they? This is their website, kind of unassuming, right, okay, cool, you do some asset management. But this is where we begin to kind of unfold the monster that's in front of us. So cash, commodities, stocks, bonds, multi-asset, real estate. You can basically, kind of get by anything with these guys. And Larry Fink is the guy behind it. He is the CEO. He's the most powerful man on Wall Street, arguably. In the 2008 financial crash, actually, I'm going to show you. So just to recap, 10 trillion under management, assets under management, biggest asset manager in the world history. So we'll go through kind of like, yeah, they're doing well. They bought Merrill Lynch investment. Fantastic. Financial crisis. Who does the Federal Reserve go to? They turn the money printer on, and what do? They say, hey, BlackRock, can you advise us into what to do with these institutions? Like, who do we bail out? What do we do with Bear Stearns? Give us some idea. Now, BlackRock says print loads of money and bail them out. Not Bear Stearns, see you later. Sorry, guys. And then we roll around again to COVID crash 2020. What happens? Well, they turn to BlackRock once again. Now, BlackRock says, print loads of money, give it to these companies, buy the bad debt. And then we see, okay, so you're going to give money to big banks. You're going to give money to all these big companies, some of the biggest ones. Well, you want the Federal Reserve to give them money, but you're the second largest holder of this stock. So it's like someone saying, if I own loads of stock and someone says, oh, where should I put this money? I'll be like, well, put it into the stock that I own. It's absolutely insane. But we see it here. It happened with Apple, happened with Alphabet, again, second largest holder. Meta platforms, again, here, that's obviously Facebook. It's not all tech, it's Visa. I don't want to do Merrill Lynch. Don't want to do Barclays because they bought a part of Barclays. Give me a bank. Not Goldman Sachs. Morgan Stanley. Let's go Morgan Stanley. Let's have a look. I haven't even checked this, to be fair. Here, holders. Let's have a little perusal. Oh, of course it's not going to work because I'm streaming. Thanks a lot. Okay, we'll come back. No, we won't. Where are they? BlackRock. So it's the fourth largest holder of Morgan Stanley. It's absolutely insane. They are up there, and they have their fingers in almost every company. I'm going to go onto the stream. Someone give me a company. If you're here, drop a company, and we'll come back to that, and I'll show you just how, and you can think of any company you want. But BlackRock have their fingers in the pies. Now, the whole point, we mentioned here about Aladdin earlier on, and as you can see here, this connectivity with Aladdin, basically, Aladdin is a network of 5,000 different computers that analyzes every trade that goes on within this $21 trillion of the assets that, if someone wants to use Aladdin, let's say I've got my own hedge fund, I'm going to use Aladdin because it's looking for any kind of opportunities, anything that can go wrong. Like I said, it's a network of 5,000 computers, and it's basically a massive bit of AI. And it's analyzing all these different portfolios. And so, like I said, whenever there's like a recession, it'll be like, hey, let's go risk off. But when it does that, it doesn't take into account any crypto holdings. Well, now it will. And so if we see a risk on environment, we see a market recovery, we see that we need to be investing in some risky assets, and the market is investing in risky assets, what's going to happen? Aladdin is going to be like, oh, hey, you guys should buy some Bitcoin. And then they're going to buy Bitcoin, and then we're going to have a big, big party. So look, I won't go through everything. You can go through this. Aladdin for institutional investors. I clicked on that, like I said. So we are relied upon by 55,000 investment professionals around the world. And I guarantee these are the biggest investment professionals around the world. And so look, basically there's a lot. There's, powered by 1,500 developers focused on continuous enhancements. And they don't really talk too much about this. They talk about investment operations, trade execution, portfolio management, risk analysis, and risk management. So it does everything, but, they're not going to advertise everything. So they're like, hey, look, you have to have a company. You have to, give us all this information. And then maybe we'll give you a call back and allow you to use it. But the bottom line is, guys, having Bitcoin in this, I think, is fundamentally going to change one thing. And that's how much that we see these institutions buying the likes of Bitcoin, for example. And I think we're going to see charts like this drastically change. The assets under management through, providing, we have companies moving into adoption of crypto, which is happening. We know it's happening. We've seen it happen. It's right in front of our eyes. This is, I think, very much underappreciated. Aladdin has access, like I said, $21 trillion. It's absolutely insane. AJ, drop me. AJ Yeager, hit me. Tesla. Let's go Tesla. TSLA. That's the ticker. Hit me up. Let me see the holders. Where's BlackRock? I hope it. Number two. And yes, guys, look, I do know that BlackRock Vanguard, they have their own ETFs, and people will be buying that. But it's just, how important is this one guy, the CEO, Larry Fink? The US goes down the toilet financially, 2020, 2008. They turn to one man. This one man directs the money printer. How is this guy not the most important guy? And now he has so many different clients and so many different people, and now they can buy Bitcoin and they can include Bitcoin in their overall portfolios. This is absolutely massive, and there's potential for those 299 other assets that you can access with Coinbase Prime. Is it Prime? Yeah, Prime. There we go. So anyway, look, I think that's kind of everything for me, guys. I hope you have a good day. I just need you to see how important this is. For me, I'm like, what? This is the perfect marriage of crypto and institutions. And look, I know I've kind of harped on a lot about how important I think, the traditional finance world is, because I just honestly believe that if we are to have a very successful crypto market, if we're going to have a lot of basically demand to fill the supply that we have, then we're going to have more money flood into the space. And where's that money going to come from? It's not going to come from me and you who've got, a couple $1,000s. It's going to come from the institutions that are investing millions and billions of dollars into this space. And this is number one. This is step number one. So let's see this. Thank you for everything. Let me see message. Hadn't heard of this partnership. BlackRock simply owns the world. No problem. Yeah, Gates, you're right. I'll hold that up for a little bit longer. But BlackRock simply owns the world. No problem. That is my message, surmised in a few words. BlackRock owns the world. And now crypto is on offer from the guy who owns the world. Looks pretty good to me. Anyway, as always, drop a like, drop a comment, and also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and we will see you